explain to the viewers or listeners the significance of khadi and the handloom fabrics.
If you ask if I'm a designer in US and you're somebody who's interviewing me about explain me about this, first of all you thought a lot.
Yeah.
Right. India manaki we have a tradition called weaving. Khadi is I think that's like the most ancient form of fabric making.
Yes.
Daran cheto disi cheto neyadam. That's
what
the caveman did. Whatever, like as we were evolving, first fabric was invented like that. You made a thread, then you wove it together, and that became a fabric. So even today, it's such a great, I think, privilege or a great thing that India has a tradition kept alive.
Yes, true.
So many times, Dante Khadi handlooms mana culture toti what persuade chestaru. You should look at it like a skill. A skill which man, as he was evolving, invented fire, invented wheel, then invented something like fabric. The process is called khadi, and it is still alive today. It's not there in many countries.
Yeah.
So India lo unna whatever skill, which is like ancient skill, which is passed down from generation to generation, and on this skill based are many lives.
Yeah.
We don't see this in US again. We don't see any of the developed countries again. People are depending upon a skill called weaving. Khadi ni handloom ni push cheyalante strong support kavali.
Yeah.
Right? It's not possible with these Khadi Samstha people. Even KVAC, Khadi Commissioner Goda, on September 2nd of ad release చేస్తారు. That's all. అంటే తప్పించి ఖాదీ అంటే ఇది. ఖాదీ వల్ల ఎంతమంది లైవ్లీహుడ్ ఉంటుంది. ఖాదీ వాడడం వల్ల ఎన్వైరన్మెంట్ కి, ప్రకృతికి, పర్యావరణానికి ఎంత మేలు జరుగుతుంది అన్న విషయం ఎవరు చెప్పరు.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ.
సో అది ఎవరు చెప్పకపోతే ఏమవుతుంది, జనానికి ఏది ఖాదీ కాదు. ఇప్పుడు మనం లగడిగా పూలు వెళ్తే బోల్డెన్ ఖాదీ షాప్స్ ఉంటాయి. నన్ ఆఫ్ దమ్ సెల్ ఖాదీ, అండ్ దే సెల్ ఖాదీ కాటన్ అంటారు, ఖాదీ లినెన్ అంటారు, ఏ పేర్లు చెప్తారు. అన్లైక్ ఎనీ అదర్ ఫ్యాబ్రిక్, గవర్నమెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా ఖాదీకి ఒక డెఫినేషన్ ఇచ్చింది. Khadi అంటే హ్యాండ్ స్పన్ అండ్ హ్యాండ్ ఓవెన్ కాటన్, సిల్క్ ఆర్ wool ఆర్ blend of these three. So it can be cotton and wool blend. It can be cotton and silk blend. Silk wool blend. ఇలా అవ్వచ్చు. అంతే తప్పించి you can't make linen khadi.
అదే ఇలాగ ఈ మధ్య కాలంలో ఎన్ని there are so many varieties కదా, అప్పుడు is this like government rule or
it's a government rule.
Okay.
అందుకని ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, ఖాదీ కమిషనర్ ఏం చేశారంటే they came with a brand called Khadi India అనుకుంటా. They have a logo. So they patented this word called khadi. So మొన్న ఫేస్బుక్ లో నాది ఖాదీ త్రిత్వ ఖాదీ పేజ్ కి I got a what do you call copyright గురించి నాకు వచ్చింది.
Okay, khadi and word.
Right, you can't use this. And I was like initially shocked. Are this is my own brand kada. Then I realized they patented khadi and a word. So if you want to use it as a designer, you have to apply for it, and they'll give you I think they give you a license to use that.
Okay.
Provided they check that you make sure you're using hand spun and hand woven.
Authenticity. Then they will give. Yeah.
Because everybody is calling it khadi, and people who doesn't know my Indian market, my customer key, they don't know.
There is this GI
tag.
Tag ఉంటుంది కదా, అది ఉందా ఖాదీకి?
GI tag is basically I think for a particular place ఇస్తారు కదా.
అవును.
సో ఖాదీ త్రూ అవుట్ ఇండియాలో ఉంది కాబట్టి ఐ డోంట్ నో విచ్ మొత్తం ఎంటైర్ ఇండియాకి ఇవ్వతారేమో నాకు తెలియదు. బట్ ఐ థింక్ ఖాదీ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో ప్రాక్టీస్ ఇన్ పాకిస్తాన్ అనుకున్నా టు సమ్ ఎక్స్టెంట్ అండ్ బంగ్లాదేశ్ మేబీ. జిఏ ట్యాగ్ లేదు ఖాదీకి. బట్ ది బ్రాండ్ దే ట్రైన్ టు సేవ్ దిస్ ఖాదీ అన్న వర్డ్ బీయింగ్ మిస్యూజ్డ్ బై ఎవ్రీబడి అండ్ దట్స్ వన్ థింగ్. నౌ యాజ్ ఎ డిజైనర్ డూ యూ హ్యావ్ ఎ రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ ఆర్ నాట్? Another point, right? So there are people whose livelihood is weaving, spinning, and growing cotton or like farming. Are you, as an educated person who has an access to technology and who has power to change lives, like fashion, movies to do someone, we given a power. You are given a power to choose a dress, to be on a heroine that would be there on the billboard or a hoarding, that would be reaching out to many people, thousands and lakhs of people. You have that power to select that garment. Which one would that be?
Okay.
So India lo, I think when you look at the significance of these fabrics, two ways lo nenu chusta. One thing enante the kind of good it is it is doing to the environment, right? Significant because it's good for the environment. You keep posting about right how the industrial wastage, right? Textile industry is one of the most damaging industry to the environment, right? We all know Tirupur, అక్కడ చాలా when I go there, acres of lands don't produce anything because it all got spoiled because of this dyeing industry, chemical industry. So ఆ విధంగా చూస్తే there is an environment given to you which is being spoiled or killed because of your greed, consumerism, because you want to sell more and more to the people whether they need it or not. So you're irresponsible because you're greedy for money and you want to keep pushing this agenda of buy more and it's available more and easily on a click you can buy and all that. There's more purchases, more consumerism happens. అలాంటి చోట్ల ఖాదీ అండ్ హ్యాండ్లూమ్స్ ఆర్ బేసికల్లీ దే డోంట్ కాంట్రిబ్యూట్ టు ద పొల్యూషన్. ఖాదీ అయితే కంప్లీట్ గా ఎక్సెప్ట్ ఫర్ డైయింగ్ కూడా ఇఫ్ యూ కెన్ జస్ట్ ఐ యూజ్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ కోరా unbleached. Unbleached is like it's not even bleached, so this is like pure khadi. There's no harm to the environment at all. Handlooms వచ్చేసరికి కూడా మనకి దారం ఇండస్ట్రీ తయారవుతుంది, weaving is happening by hand. So to the major extent we don't see pollution happening. So that way I think khadi and handlooms are basically saving this earth. They protect this earth from becoming polluted and killing the land or killing the farmlands and making it lifeless. Ala kaakunda cheyadaniki these khadis and handlooms are very vital and very important. That's one thing.
That is very important. I try to explain my viewers the same thing.
Right.
So that's the reason I came to you to talk about it, so that they'll get more knowledge from you.
So one way, as a process, as fabrics, they're good for the earth, right? Rendodhi, as you always keep promoting, less is more and
Yes.
So today we are so irresponsible in terms of buying so many things and ultimately throw it and they don't decompose that easily. Right? All those synthetics don't decompose easily. Khadi and handlooms decompose and disintegrate into the earth quite quickly. Khadi is 6 months like paper, it will become a part of the earth. We see many lands like that, even our industry area kaapona, wherever you keep throwing your plastic, you see plants dying there. They don't grow అనమాట. ఎక్కడైతే డంప్ చేస్తారో అక్కడంతా ప్లాస్టిక్ ఉండిపోయి మొక్కలు మొలవు అక్కడ. So that way even when they are thrown out they easily disintegrate into the earth, leaving no trace of any ఇట్లా కాదు, not like synthetics, not like polyester, not like ఇట్లా కాకుండా they become a part of the earth and they disintegrate and they just vanish, right? So they die good. They not only live good, they die good. So ఆ విధంగా చూసినా సరే it's the only way you can counter this consumerism of buying too much and throwing them back and not knowing what to do with it and all that. ఆ headache లేకుండా they die smooth, they die good, right? Other thing is the kind of significance to say people who are waiting on this, like the weavers, the spinners, the industry, the India is about villages, right? 70% of India is villages, and villages is about farming. They grow cotton or they grow something, then weaving, right? Then handicrafts, చేతి వృత్తులు, కుల వృత్తులతో ఉన్న వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారు. The more we buy these kind of products, the more they'll produce, right? ఒకసారి రాజీవ్ గాంధీ అని మన సీనియర్ డిజైనర్ అతను చెప్పాడు, యూ హ్యావ్ టు మేక్ ఇట్ వర్క్ బాస్ అన్నాడు. నువ్వు ఖాదీ చేస్తున్నావు కదా, అన్లెస్ యూ మేక్ ఇట్ కమర్షియల్లీ వైబుల్, అంటే ఎక్కువ జనానికి రీచ్ అయితే తప్పించి యూ వోంట్ బి గివింగ్ మచ్ వర్క్ టు దోస్ వీవర్స్. సో యూ షుడ్ బి సక్సెస్ఫుల్. పీపుల్ లైక్ us should be successful because it does good to the weavers ultimately. కాబట్టి థింక్ స్మార్ట్ అండ్ డూ బిజినెస్ స్మార్ట్ అని చెప్పాడు నాకు. సో వన్ వే వాళ్ళందరూ లైవ్లీహుడ్ డిపెండ్ అయి ఉంది కాబట్టి యూ షుడ్ డూ దిస్. సో యూ షుడ్ బై ఇట్ బట్ నాట్ విత్ సింపతి. డోంట్ వీ హ్యావ్ దిస్ సింపతి దట్ దిస్ సారీ విచ్ ఐఎమ్ బయింగ్ అల్టిమేట్లీ దీనివల్ల ఒక వీవర్ డోంట్ యూ నాట్ డూయింగ్ ఎనీ ఫేవర్ టు దెమ్, యూ డూయింగ్ ఫేవర్ టు యువర్ సెల్ఫ్స్ బికాస్ దిస్ ఈస్ యువర్ కంట్రీ అండ్ యువర్ ఫెలో హ్యూమన్ బీయింగ్స్ and it is good for the earth and environment which you live in. Kabatti there you should I think take a step forward and buy these products because people are making them. The skilled shouldn't be dying. The skill should be passed on.
Yeah, true.
Already ఇప్పుడు చూస్తే most of these weavers వాళ్ళ పిల్లలకి ఎవరు కూడా చెప్పరు. Two reasons. The last night Malli I was talking to this lady about it. One thing is they're not financially happy. Right? They're not happy because what you're giving is peanuts. And వాళ్ళ పిల్లలు పెద్దోళ్ళు అవుతున్నారు, వాళ్ళ స్కూల్కి వెళ్తూ ఉంటారు, వాళ్ళ స్కూల్ ఫీజులు. They look at their dad, sitting in that house and weaving and toiling and sweating and all that, not making enough of money like a security guard does. Right? And a practicality ki oka dream, oka vision ki dream ki majna constant fight. You work as a security guard, you make a 10,000 or 15,000 solid. You work as a weaver, ఇది అమ్మాలి లేకపోతే నీకు ఆర్డర్ రావాలి, వచ్చినప్పుడు వాడికి ఇవ్వాలి, ఒకటి ఫైనాన్షియల్గా వర్కౌట్ అవ్వట్లా. రైట్? డిజైన్స్ కెన్ మేక్ ఇట్ వర్క్. అదర్ థింగ్ ఈజ్ ద రెస్పెక్ట్. ఇండియాలో ఉన్న కాస్ట్ సిస్టమ్ వల్ల ఏమవుతుంది, యూర్ ఎ వీవర్ బట్ యూర్ ఎ వీవర్ అయితే నువ్వు బీసీ, యూర్ ఎ గుడ్ కాబ్లర్, చేతులు చెప్పులు బాగా కొడతావు, యూర్ ఎస్సీ. నోబడీ రికగ్నైజ్ ద స్కిల్, దే ఓన్లీ లుక్ అట్ యు లైక్ ఏ దిస్ థింగ్. ఏమవుతుంది, వై షుడ్ ఐ బీ నోన్ యాజ్ ఎ బీసీ ఆర్ ఎస్సీ? Let my son work in MNC where nobody would ask him his caste. So respect, and for the skill you got, should be treated with respect. And that's what designers have a major role to play. I was just talking Ratri. I heard about some designer in India. Whenever some big customer walks in it, he makes sure he takes that customer. Once the clothes are done, the customer is happy. He'll show his workshop and introduce his spinners, embroidery guys, carigars and tailors, and these are the guys who made it happen. So ఏమవుతుంది ఇక్కడ, not only they will be paid well, whoever is wearing Virushka or Virat Kohli or Anushka is wearing a lehenga and she'll be super beautiful. It will be there on all the magazines and newspapers. There is a karigar who did the embroidery. Right? The designer who designed this is Sabishachi Mukherjee. Super. But Sabishachi is not the one who made it. He's not the only one who made it. So Sabishachi or Arvind or Arpitha would have all the glory, all the limelight. The ones who actually made it possible wouldn't, వాళ్ళకి ఏమి recognition రాదు. ఏమవుతుంది, why should I do a job that doesn't even give me money and also doesn't give me any glory? Right? For my skill, the kind of weaver I am, I should be appreciated అని వాడికి ఉంటుంది కదా లోపల. We see Jamdanis of Upada, we see all these intricate skills చూసినప్పుడు they should be respected, not just Gaurang Shah. I'm just taking names, sorry for that. ఎందుకంటే నువ్వు ఏదో వీవర్, నువ్వు డిజైన్ ఇచ్చి ఆ వీవర్తో వీవ్ చేయించి ఆ స్కిల్ అంతానేమో వాళ్ళది, పేరు మనది. సో మన లీగ్లో వచ్చేస్తుంది, అరవింద్ జాషోన్ వచ్చేస్తుంది, గౌరవ్ షా వచ్చేస్తుంది. What are you wearing? I'm wearing Arvind, I'm Gaurang Shah, I'm wearing Sabishachi Mukherjee. The pride which is associated with it actually not yours. Maybe if you are Armani, if you are some Italian designer, where you cut the fabric in such a way that it will fall so beautiful. Technology is involved in all that. The technique is involved. Your skill level is shown in that. India lo kaadu. India lo all the I think fashion is either weavers or the carigars, and they are the least recognized talents. So that way I think why these fabrics are significant ante, they're significant because they really are the ones which are giving us the recognition which is worldwide. So Vishashi goes into he displays his clothes New York Fashion Week display cheste, his sources saying that it's not his cut. Sabishachi himself says it's not the cut in India, right? It's not the cut, it's not the fall, it's not how it's not about the sewing skills or avi kaadu. India kuda embroidery, surface ornamentation, embroidery zardozi. So if those are the guys who are giving you all that you are having today, they should be respected and they should be treated with dignity and with right treatment. Adi undali. I think protecting them should be our top priority. It's very significant because without them there is no Indian fashion. Nobody would look at Indian fashion and say wow. Because వాటి వల్లే నువ్వు మనం ఉన్నాం కాబట్టి I think that way they become significant.